Friends, host Eric here, talking with those people. I just want to talk a little bit about the typing service reset. It's just going to be me doing the typings, and we're going to go back to the original price of $100, which is fine for me alone. So, if anybody wants to spend an hour getting typed by me, or just generally getting my overall assessment of their ontology, my metaphysical services, well, that's the news today. Is we're doing a typing service reset. It's just me again, and Spacey and Tori, I guess, are going back to New York, and we're just, parting the partnership, so to speak. So, if you are interested in getting typing services, you'll get them from me. If you contact me anyway, so our price is back to $100. I don't need to cover the additional person. If you want to get typed by Spacey, I'm sure he's available to do that, and you can contact him. I'm sure his phone number's around here somewhere. Maybe I'll put it in the link or something. Okay, philosophical thinker. You do that. You continue analyzing my system before you decide on that. So it's been a very upheaval-y day. A lot of excitement, a lot of drama. Rachel and I had a fight. Things sort of came to a head regarding Tori and Spacey. And, just in general, the tarot was accurate today. It was a tower-filled day. I got the tower in the morning. First card I pulled, tower card. No, that was the frame of the day. I'm sorry. That's wrong. I got like 2 good cards, and I got betrayal in the morning. And then later on, I pulled frame of the day, and it was tower. If you still think I'm an INTP, you're justified. I'd love to hear more information in favor of my INTP on this. Well, that question and the way you phrase it is pretty INTP. It's seeking FE, Look, my girl here seeks SE. She does. She likes going out, and I thought we went to House of Pies. She really she enjoys getting out and doing shit.
Yeah, when they took away my plate, I was sad.
And I actually even enjoyed going to McDonald's and chatting with Spacey, which is fine. I like Spacey. I have no problem with Spacey.
Mostly the 3 of us together chatting, though. I like that experience. That kind of
yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
3 of us chatting. So, hi, April. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm feeling kind of up in the air, like I'm falling off of towers. People are falling off of towers all around me, flying through the air, Oh yeah, I got no problem spacing. Philosophical thinker says you ruined it, Rachel. You're supposed to have a grand entrance. Well, you know what she has instead? She has a new pen, and it was slab delivered.
That is grand.
She has a pen of a baseball player on her shirt. It says District 18 on it. And it's pretty swank. Pretty swank.
Oh, no.
So, there's a fair amount of shit talking going on.
Is that grand? Is that grand enough for you?
I'm not gonna lie. And, it's to be expected. Like, people talk shit. Hate is gonna hate, People who seek to reinforce false narratives are going to find reasons to do so. But I only want it so close to me, you know? So I try to keep it at arm's length. I don't need toxicity that close to me. I endured that for a long time. I'm done with that. It's no good. Ain't no good. I don't need no more Kimberly, you know? Things are too right with the world when people are decent to each other and accountable and stuff. You know? And when people want to go like this to the truth, then you have problems arise. Inevitably. It always creates problems. Anytime you've got somebody who's unwilling to hear the truth, unwilling to respond to the truth, unwilling to learn from the truth, then you've got a person who's only going to wreak havoc in the world. Just how it is. How do you determine if you're a sensor or an intuitive? You don't really determine that directly, okay? You ask yourself, you figure out what type you are by determining your cognitive function configuration. Trying to figure out if you're an intuitive or a sensor is saying, well, how do I know which broad set of correlates I better match up with? Well, it doesn't matter because it's not indicative of anything definitively anyway. You've got to figure out what your function processes are. How do you actually attend to things? And the answer to that is going to be revelatory about your type, which then will be determined as to whether you're a sensor or an intuitive. But sensors and intuitives are not inherently different from each other just because they're sensors or intuitives. Some intuitives are more like some sensors than other intuitives, and some sensors are more like some intuitives than other sensors, and yada, yada, yada.
That's exactly true.
Rachel is not supposed to have a grand entrance. She's supposed to have a grand piano. Big difference.
I went to a grand pianist.
You're a grand pianist. Your piano is like my mall seizure. Grand. Sid Bravo, have you ever had a grand mal seizure? If so, was it fun? These are the kind of questions we ask around here. These are the sort of pressing issues we get into. Sometimes we talk about boobs. These are boobs. Right here and here. Okay. They're a matter of great concern for most people in the world. Naturally, because after all, boobs are titties, and titties are boobs. You know, everybody loves titties, which means everybody loves boobs. It's true. That's why we sometimes talk about them around here. It's a universal thing. There's this INFJ chick who's dating an ENTP that I know. The INFJ has an agreement with the ENTP that she can have sex with other people while they were dating. I had sex with the INFJ the other day. Well, that's a non-exclusive relationship. Can he have sex with other people too? It's not healthy. It's not good. You shouldn't participate in it.
It doesn't sound INFJ. But
I mean, would you want that arrangement with me?
what?
Would you want that arrangement? Oh, they're
Hell
both
no.
chicks? Okay, well, that's, I don't know what to make of that. That's,
I mean,
they're probably not really lesbians.
I think it's still not, no bueno.
There's
Like,
no
it doesn't
bueno.
feel good.
They're both chicks. They're just fucking each other then. They're not dating in any capacity. Right? And they're both just single and fucking people. And that's one thing, and you could do that, and that's not the end of the world. But then why even say that they're dating? Why
That's my question too.
Why have an agreement, you know? It's like, what agreement do you need? We're not together, obviously, but we might fuck occasionally. That's their agreement. Otherwise, you know,
yeah,
right?
it is.
She should be uncomfortable. What are they ever going to do but fight about that all the time? It's ridiculous. Obviously, her partner wants dick. Unless you're a lesbian too, Isaiah Rude.
If they're really young, maybe.
Hey. Kids these days, right? Kids these days. That's all one can say about things.
Yes, scissoring, but I guess confusion. Like, scissor.
That's right. We were going to scissor. I forgot again. Constantly forgetting to scissor with you, Rachel. It's like I go to scissor and then I just start having sex with you. I don't know what the problem is.
That does happen.
Yeah. Well, it's okay, dude. Look, you know, you didn't do anything wrong per se, but you may decide.
Yeah, exactly.
You may decide after the fact that you don't want to do that shit again because it's some sort of positive moral indication you didn't follow through on. But again, you shouldn't feel bad about it because you didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
But you should allow it to inform your future behavior.
Yeah, right. Zealand Black. There are things to consider.
That's not okay, though. You need to be.
It's still right.
That's not healthy.
Right. Down to it, it's not healthy. It did raise a red flag for me too that she wants to be that she had sex with another person while dating.
It's fine to like both dudes and chicks. But that's irrelevant to the question of whether you want to be monogamous. You know, and so it's like if you don't want to be monogamous, fine, but then you're not going to be in any kind of relationship, not any meaningful relationship at all. Don't try to have like some sort of half-assed intermediate thing that's not a relationship and say, oh, this is a relationship. No, it's just you fucking people. God damn it. Don't pull on the ball. Don't pull on the bowl. The bowl is hot. It'll make you cough till you shoot at snot from your nose. Don't pull on the bowl. It's hot. We don't want you to shoot at snot.
Thanks.
It's wrong, I tell you. Wrong and bad and evil.
No bueno.
It's not bueno, like drinking Drano. You don't want to do it. You're welcome, Isaiah Rude. I've been practicing an eye with Rachel. Is this the holistic synergistic answer? No, Eric, you got it wrong again. I'm trying, Rachel. Why do you hit me? Because you're stupid. That's how it goes when she's teaching me about NI. It's pretty rough lessons, really. There you go, pudding moisture. Who's my little pudding moisture? You are, that's right. Rachel's my little pudding moisture. Rachel, do you want to sleep with people other than me?
No.
Thank you. That's the proper response.
Easy.
Isaiah Rude and anybody else, when you are with a partner, You ask them that question. If they say anything other than, no, of course not, I only want to sleep with you. If they say, well, me, be like, hit the road, bitch. I don't want you around here no more. All right? Just like that, dog. Just like that. And then be like, West Side. Okay? Make sure to say West Side as you're booting her ass out the door. Okay? That way she knows that you're tough.
That's the only way.
I'm a supporter of honesty regardless. Like, you don't have to be in a monogamous relationship to have a healthy sexual life. You know, maybe you got a few friends with benefits, and maybe everybody's down with that. But I don't like shit it's not defined properly. Like, well, she's dating this girl, but she's also fucking other people. No, she's not. Then she's not dating anybody, right?
Exactly.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's what it boils down to. Be honest, define exactly what it is you want, and then expect the other person to be honest too. And when they are not being honest, then fucking crush their asses. That's simple. That's how you go in life. That's how everything goes in life.
Mm-hmm. I'll ask him when he comes back, PT. Zealand Black, I am. I'm probably gonna lay down a little bit. I'm tired. You just answered it though? What did he say? Bruce Wayne. What's up, sophistry dude? He said the answer is defining things honestly. Mm-hmm. True. Bruce Wayne. Make sure you let everyone know I can't upload to the channel anymore. Also, thanks for letting me know. He did. What's with the clickbait? Aw, thanks, Countess. I think dating multiple people, just communicating about it, I think is important. And if everyone's okay with it, go for it. But when it's like ambiguous and they played without, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Any relationship that gets satisfied everyone involved. Yes. Yeah. Whatever. Kelly is. It's a nice year.
Call is too
It's nice in
expensive.
New York. Cali is too expensive. I don't
Cali's too expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive, but it would be manageable if and the inclusion of another person into the equation imposed sort of out of the blue was fundamentally disruptive in a way that just couldn't be.
Good point.
It just couldn't be really remedied, and especially one who's not really a team player. And I'd love to fill in the recently open job position for help-oriented people who live all the way in Tennessee. Well, that kind of disqualifies you. Why did he lose the ability to post? Well, I mean, I changed my password, you know. It's like shit. We're parted ways. So he lives in Santa Cruz. That's like 6 hours away. I don't need a helper. I don't need a helper. What do I got to do? Answer a few emails? Big whoop. Hmm? Yeah, sure, of course, baby. Do whatever you want. You know. Candace. I asked Candace if she's a vampire because she's also a Candace. She says, yeah, I suck blood and sometimes cocks. Why did we part ways? Well, I mean, I can't tolerate the toxicity in the camp. It's not Spacey that's the problem, you know. I just can't tolerate aiding and abetting the enemy who's actually working against me and yada yada yada, and they're just not doing it. So I'm certainly not going to fund that. I'm not going to fund my own undermining. That doesn't make any sense. So I just, you know, I don't have any problem with Spacey. I know he's a good guy. I like him a lot. He's a good friend. But I didn't try to announce the change. I was asked the question directly. So I answered it, as I always do, Spacey. Like I said, I got no problem with you. But I can't, you know, you're a risk now. You're aiding and abetting the enemy. And not only that, you're arguing on their behalf, which is just despicable, frankly. But whatever. I get it. You're in love and blind to truth as well. Spacey's not an enemy. Spacey is my friend. I respect and like Spacey. I hold him in high regard. He's a person of high character. He is a person whom I like and respect still. I have no problem with him. That's it. I already put that on private. So just because I know what a snake, you know, anything that can be used against me will be used against me. I can't have that close to me. I lived with that for too long. I'm not going through it anymore. Someone get rid of the enemy so Spacey and Eric can work together again? No, basically, yeah, become number 2, Countess. Become number 2. Who shall go unnamed? You know, I'm not allowing that toxicity in anywhere close to me again. And that's exactly what it is. It's a toxic inability to accept accountability, to be affected by the truth, to think, to be reasonable, to be held accountable, right? Everybody has to be held accountable, period. Boom. End of discussion. Nobody gets to ignore me when I'm speaking the truth to them. I'm not talking about I'm not naming any names, all right? Bruce Wayne, you can figure it out yourself if you want. Right. Well, I have confidence in Spacey's type skills as a typologist as well. If you want to get typed by him, go for it. I encourage people to do so. You can get his number. You can put it in the comment here or pin it to the top. I don't have any problem with Spacey. But beyond that very limited support, I can't provide any additional support to him because it will be used against me. Maybe not by him, but nevertheless, it will be used against me. Oh, you underestimated Kim number 1 if you think that, Countess INTJ. Stubborn as fuck. Yeah, absolutely. I encourage everybody to subscribe to Spacey. I wish him well in his typing endeavor. I hope he is highly successful. He'll probably be approximately as successful as me. Good for him. Because, you know, whatever. What does he need to defend? I'm not attacking him at all. I got no problem with Spacey. And I get it. The heart does what the heart wants. But if the heart wants toxic, I can't have that near me. You're so lost, Jeebus. I know, buddy. You gotta find the truth within your heart to find your way to freedom. Everybody else is a fart. People who don't listen to me at all can suck it. Countess, you know what? You and I share a little bit of Schadenfreude at that. Countess just says, I'm glad you found Rachel this quickly. Apart from the fact that Rachel is nice and sweet, it must feel like a knife in Kim's black heart. Spacey, you pulled the rug out from under me when you told me you're aiding and abetting the enemy, McDonald's. And when you argued on her behalf. And when you showed no interest at all in actually solving the problem. I made it abundantly clear to you we were having a meeting. She didn't show up. Right? She's the problem here, not you, not me, not Rachel. So if the problem doesn't show up, and you're going to argue in defense of her, then, I can't keep funding the enemy. That's unwise. Nobody should ever ask that of anybody. Please fund the enemy. Can't do it. Directly or indirectly, can't do it, right? I can't do it indirectly. We're all in agreement. She views me as the enemy. And when you confirm that she's actually taking steps against me, you leave me no choice. Yeah, God forbid you try to defend her. Pretty simple reason why. She's completely in the wrong. He said he would help us out and make up the difference. I said like $500 or something. I did make up that difference, plus paying the rent, right? She's blaming me. She's scolding me. She's talking shit about me behind my back. While I'm feeding her ass? While I'm picking her up from fake hospital visits? The fuck? The fuck? Thank you, Hambone. Appreciate it. Spacey, come on now. You were there at McDonald's with me. You know what was said. I apparently don't. You said she's just attaching to existing bad narratives about me and furthering those bad narratives? Close enough to talking shit, Spacey. Close enough. How else do you want me to interpret it when you say she's talking shit? Want me to interpret it that she's not talking shit? I'm not going to fund that. Why would you expect me to? That's insane. And obviously she needs to learn a lesson. Hopefully this drives a wedge between you two. She's fucking toxic. If not, whatever. I don't care at this point. I'm done. I don't care if they're not untrue or bad. If she's seeking out narratives that don't support me, which she clearly is, if she's pushing narratives that don't support me, which she clearly is, if she's blaming me for the problem that she caused by coming here, imposing herself upon me, then that's the fucking problem. And that's what's happening, Spacey. Don't lie about it. Don't bite the hand that feeds you is right. She's been busy fucking gnawing on it. I'm done. Sorry. Remember, as I told you in McDonald's, she chose this. You chose her. You chose this. Don't blame me. Candace, you got the wrong woman, okay? I'm not talking about her.
You're my face and you roller.
Thanks, darling. Well, Amber Josh, there's nothing to be heartbroken about. Spacey and I are not broken up or anything. Spacey's still a friend of mine. I still respect him. I still say he's a person of high character. I recommend him as a typologist. I think he's a great guy. I don't feel betrayed by him at all. But I can't tolerate the inclusion of an enemy into my inner circle. That's okay. Guys, I did. I said Kimberly number 2, not Kimberly number 1. Okay. you gotta pay attention to the details. It's okay though, Countess. It all applies anyway, I think. Oh, my poor Rachel. Jeebus, that shit's not okay. See, now fucking time his ass out. Thank you. Nobody needs to be fucking talked about their physical appearance like that. It's not cool. All right? There are lines here. There are rules. God damn it. I don't like Jeebus, don't talk shit about somebody's physical appearance. That's not cool. That's not an acceptable critique. You can critique their behavior. You can critique their lack of character. You can critique their fucking stubborn pride all you want. But you can't critique their appearance. Philosophical thinker, please don't critique your own appearance either. You're not fat. I've seen you. That's ridiculous. Why would you say that? And even if you are, who cares? It's fine. There's nothing wrong with being fat. I'm fat below the belt. You're the fatist, Jeebus? The fatist? Yes, Clayton McCormick. I called a meeting. I had a meeting before. I made no progress. In fact, there was a further stunt engaged at my expense afterwards. And then this time I called the meeting. The problem doesn't even show up. And then the problem shield defends the problem. Wants to frame this as something other than what it is. A problem that's preventing Spacey from working with Eric. You can critique my appearance if you want. I know I'm old. I have a beard or whatever else people say. King Krishna Sarmapagu says, I do mind my appearance, though. My daddy always comments on my looks, so I try to stay fit. You talking about your biological father? Or a boyfriend, or what? That's an odd way. It very well may, Clayton McCorrick. It very well may. Somebody who has betrayal in her heart and a lack of character, an absolute abject cowardice, and a refusal to engage with me directly on what I say, which turns me into Maxwell Smart. I missed it by that much. Okay, well, that was a very sexualized way of putting that, Ken Christian Sarah Pagoo. No. What I told him is what I followed through on, which is you can keep the typing revenues. I expect that to pay for everything. If we don't get enough typing revenues, we don't get any, you know? I can cover some if there's a shortcoming, a shortfall, which I did. I made sure the rent was paid. And I covered their next little chunk of time that they needed to be paid again. Then I got a phone call complaining, right, about me not doing enough. Rachel got a text, a snarky text, telling her, I hope you're enjoying Los Angeles. I hope Eric's giving you everything you need. This kind of shit, right? Then I hear tonight that she's talking shit to other community members, working negative narratives against me. Sorry. Not going to happen. As though I pulled a rug. Spacey. I didn't pull any rug. She didn't show up to the meeting. She gets fired. Since you won't sever from her. Yeah, gotta put the boot down sometimes. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal that Spacey and I have a slightly different relationship. It's only a matter of time before, as Ryan Harrison says, he dumps this woman because she's awful. But regardless, slap narratives at work. That's all this is. Time for certain actors to go play other roles so the place can go on. Thank you, Isaiah Rude. Thank you for articulating things so clearly.
I think that's so well said. There's a really good song about that, actually.
And I, Ryan Harrison, indeed. And I, Ryan Harrison, indeed.
Save It for a Rainy Day is a song about just that. Moving on to a different role.
Right. What card did I pull? We got back. Death. Boom. Right. Pulled that death card about the channel. Right. We're gonna pull 3 cards for talking with trans people. The first time I ever pulled cards for talking with trans people.
Yep.
I got death, ascension, and prophet. One chapter's done. Next chapter begins. You don't betray me. You don't survive off of me and then stab me in the back. Now, Spacey did not do that. I want to stress, okay? Spacey is still a person of character. I have absolute faith in him as a person of character. Ken Krishna Sarma Pragoo is not confusing at all. Your dad needs my fucking foot up his ass. What is this bullshit? He's trying to double bind you. You can never be good enough. Tell him to go fuck himself. Pisses me off, that shit. This is what Ken Krishna Sarma Pragoo said. When I get leaner, my dad says I'm getting anorexic. When I get curvier, he says I might get fat. It gets confusing. It's not confusing. Your dad's a fucking douchebag.
Exactly.
You need to tell him to suck your fucking dick.
Yeah. Exactly.
God, everything's making me mad today.
Can I use your phone to look up numbers?
Of course you can do whatever you want. There you go.
Thank you.
I'm in a fiery mood today. You know, when I woke up this morning, I said, supercharged day. I just fucking popped out of bed and I was just like, supercharged day, supercharged day, supercharged day. I just felt it in my bones. Who knows why these things happen? Rachel has accidentally, let's say, broken her phone. So, it's
No,
right.
it was a tower moment.
It was a tower moment, right? It's
I'm-
around somewhere, but its screen is so cracked you can't really see anything.
no.
I mean, I'm not interpreting anything crudely. I'm doing what I do, which is I give plenty of rope. At some point, if somebody insists on continuing to hang themselves with it, they will find themselves dangling at the end of a rope with their neck broken. That's not my problem. That's not what you're supposed to do with the fucking rope. You're supposed to help me with it. Yes, Hambo is correct. That would get me in way too much trouble with my dad to put a hole in the wall. Okay, I'm not punching any walls. I got scolded today for using mom's hairbrush. I shit you not. Even my dad began with, now, look, I know this is really nitpicky. And I even thought maybe I shouldn't say anything. Yeah, Dad, you know, I get it. You're trying to sort of protect my mom's dignity, and it's her stuff, and I should ask. But yeah, you're being extremely nitpicky. I mean, the thing is, I'm working hard around here to police my area. You know, I really am.
Yeah, you are.
I'm making sure not to leave messes anywhere, and to do everything just as I'm supposed to. He still manages to find something.
I got my Spotify on your phone.
So let's see here. A parent is accustomed to the negative feedback loop. Well, it's not really a negative feedback loop because I go like, okay, fair enough. Or if it's not fair, I'll be like, no, that's not cool. And then, you know, there is some battle back and forth. It's not. You know, it's an anti-polar thing. That's what it boils down to, is anti-polar. It's not necessarily easy dealing with anti-polar.
You make me feel so young. On my list.
He only complains to maintain the status quo. Okay, fine. I can understand that, I guess. He just sort of establishing his ongoing being the boss thing. That makes sense, I guess. So, yeah. The thing is, we all have kind of a moral responsibility to not facilitate evil once we've identified that that's what it is, right? Once you've concluded that, okay, this person's toxic, this person is not capable of growth or is unwilling to engage in growth right now anyway, and is engaged in active wickedness, you got to distance yourself from them. I learned that the hard way in a long relationship. And fortunately, I've developed an allergy to it, so I just can't tolerate it near me very long. Oh, cool. I've been looking forward to seeing that. Hey, Rachel, Jeebus tells me that Spacey just posted the orgy video of us four on his channel. You remember the time that me and Spacey and you and Ray and Tori had an orgy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had an orgy of shaming that was not received well. We had an orgy of correction that landed on deaf ears. We had an orgy of truth that was denied and pushed aside at every corner, as though by somebody endowed with a shield of wickedness and deceit. We had those kind of orgies. Okay? Those are the orgies we had. Orgies of truth, orgies of justice, orgies of the American way, and orgies of resistance, defiance, stubbornness, and pride. None of which can be tolerated. I'm in a stage of budding out of toxicity myself, therefore directing most of my energy to maintain that growth. INFJs aren't scary. They're just not necessarily knowable. They're scary because you feel like it's hard to feel like they're really attached to you, you know, because they got this cool distance. But I don't know, Spacey, I guess. I don't know. I've never even been to his channel. Keep in mind, I encourage, if Spacey, if you're here still, please let me know. I'll make you a mod so you can post a link. And you can post a link to your channel. Put your phone number or whatever else here. That's fine. I encourage you to be successful. I want you to. No, Spacey and I are fine. I don't have any problems, Spacey. We've parted ways because, you know, I just can't. He's got shit close to him that I can't have close to me because it's poison. I'll clear it out of his system eventually, I'm sure. But in the meantime, I just, can't fund the enemy, so to speak. It's not Spacey, it's the problem again. I don't want to stress. I have nothing but the utmost care, concern, and respect for Spacey. And a person of character, he's a good friend, somebody we didn't grow apart and go our separate ways. I still like Spacey a lot. I have no problem with Spacey. I don't think Spacey's mad. Well, I don't want to talk about. I said it once in this live stream. I don't want to say it. I don't want to use the individual's name that I'm talking about at all. And I regret having said it at all, but I certainly won't specify who it is I'm talking about. I'm just saying that there's a problem attached to Spacey that I can't personally justify morally supporting anymore. So, or ethically or pragmatically, it's working against my own interests. So I have to sever that relationship. But it has nothing to do with Spacey. Thanks, Fussology. No problem. I appreciate that. Not your fault. You didn't do anything. You didn't know. I didn't specify. I appreciate your willingness to go along and everything. Great. Thanks. No, he didn't count as INTJ. He put his life into his new relationship. I'm putting mine into mine, right? The problem is I'm at a spot in my life where I'm ready to do that, right? I can support my new girlfriend. When Spacey came to live with me, I invited Spacey to live with me. Nobody else. Certainly, I didn't invite Tori to stay with me. Oops, I said his fucking name again. God damn it, Eric. Was driving to the airport not approval of her presence? No, it was acceptance. Do you not understand the difference between acceptance and approval? The fact that I was willing to bring her back to my house for a short time period until they figured out what exactly we were doing about this thing that was imposed upon me does not mean I approved of it. The fact that I fulfilled the deal I made with Spacey by saying, I will be there to let you have all of the typing revenue, which he had all the typing revenue. He and I went and typed somebody the other night. I bought the coffee. He kept all the money from the typing, cash. The guy handed it all to him. He took it. Prior to that, I had given him $80 so he could get some groceries. Prior to that, we had a typing that was remote. He got all the PayPal revenue from that. It's been like that for a long time now, as per my agreement with him, despite the fact that he imposed a third party on me. So, Becky, no, I was not participating in her joining at all, not remotely. I had nothing to do with it. I was informed of her arrival. She's coming. Doesn't matter what you say. That's what I was told. And if she has to be homeless when she lands at the airport, so be it, but she's coming. That's what I was told, Becky. Do you feel a little bit more well-informed now? Maybe you change your position on things a bit? Or you still want to be a fucking scumbag coward? Becky? You were wrong about this, weren't you? Entirely wrong, weren't you? Becky, you were wrong about this, weren't you? Entirely wrong, weren't you? How did I deflect from the question? I told him, no, she cannot come. I was told she's coming no matter what and will be homeless if we don't pick her up from the airport. So you were wrong about this, weren't you, you fucking scumbag coward? Answer the question, coward. Deflected my ass. You fucking liar. You know better. You worthless sack of shit. I am acting quite aggressively at your malfeasance and deceit. As I should. You're a person of low character. You need to calm down. Becky, you need to suck my fucking dick. You need to calm down. You have no character, woman. You come in here, you shame monkey, you run away in shame. Goodbye. Try to critique me, a shame monkey like you, a cheater like you? You gotta be fucking kidding me. You have no moral high ground to critique anybody about anything, you fucking worthless cheating sack of shit. The fucking balls, right? This fucking slimy cheater comes in and criticizes me for being inadequately charitable to the person I've been supporting for months. I don't want to block her. I want her to keep talking so that I can continue shaming her for being the slimy, cheating, slutty scumbag that she is. Shane, expect her to cheat on you. She did it to him, she'll do it to you. And Becky, you fuck with the bull, bitch. You get the horns. Now, unlike Becky, Spacey is a person of good character. I trust and respect him. So do not conflate these two things at all. I have no problem with Spacey. Did I fulfill the exact terms of the agreement I made with them? Remember, an agreement that was in and of itself entirely charitable. Yes, I did. Period. Did he impose a third party upon me without my approval or consent? Yes, he did. Did I go along with it for a while? Because I had no choice except to immediately abandon him on the spot? Yes, I did. Did her toxicity prove to be a problem that ended up destroying the relationship between Spacey and me as a working relationship? Yes, it did. If anybody wants to disagree with any of that, suck my dick. Damn straight. Damn straight. Why am I like this? Because I have truth on my side. And the cowards who hide from the truth don't. That's why I'm like this. That's why I walk a narrow path. So that shitty fucking scumbags can't win the argument against me. Becky's an effective troll. She has to sacrifice dignity for every rise she gets out of me. She has none left. Why would anybody have any respect for her? First, she made a mistake. No problem. People make mistakes. Then she ran from being accountable for it. That's the problem. That makes her a Kimberly. You know, she's another Kimberly. I do. I've admitted to your face many times. I've said in many videos, I miss Becky. I wish she'd come back around. But you got to be accountable first. You can't be toxic. Sorry. That's the rule around here. In my life, you can't be toxic. So if you can't be accountable, then I do want you around. I always liked you. I still like you. I wish you would open your fucking eyes. But if you won't, then suck it. If you want to attack me behind my back, go fucking ahead. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want.
No.
Thanks, Matthew. You're the best, buddy. I appreciate that. It is good to see you back there, Becky. Welcome. Pleasure to have you. You know, Becky's a real ENTP. I want to stress that. There aren't a lot of us out there. Becky, why didn't you come in with something different than asking me questions about a controversial thing then? If you consider maybe coming in and talking about something non-controversial, sort of try to make peace instead of rolling in with questioning the validity of the things I'm obviously talking about very passionately right now. Are you being a little disingenuous here, or are you actually just that third slot FE? There needs to be a vaporwave genre called Eric Wave, where Eric just yells at people all of the time, raving all night long to the yells of Eric saying, "Hey, stupid, shut the fuck up." Why haven't given me the TLDR, don't be lame? I'm not. Jeebus, that is indeed succinct. All right, fair enough. Becky was on topic. All right, fine. You got a point here, okay? You're not entirely without point. The problem is I'm still the one giving ground. Right? That's the problem. You're not making an effort to be accountable for shit. So there's your problem. Try rolling in from a different angle. Regardless, I mean, obviously I'm fair. I'm always fair. I don't make claims though. I ask questions. How did it feel when you were cheating on your boyfriend? Hey, I'm not making any claims. I'm just asking questions, Becky. You don't mind me asking questions, do you? As if you're going to pull that weak ass bullshit by me, woman. Not in a million, trillion, billion, billion years. So stop trying to outsmart me. It's obscenely ridiculous. You're a great ENTP and everything, but your trick don't work on me. That's why you got to play it straight and narrow. I'm not trying to play tricks on you. I'm playing it straight and direct with you, as always. That's the difference between us. Fucking pull your hat out of your ass, for God's sakes. This woman, Rachel, she frustrates me.
Why?
Well, she's an ENTP who should know better and hasn't got her fucking characters card straightened out yet. Fucking pull your hat out of your ass and walk the straight and narrow, woman.
What's she doing?
She's being a disingenuous bitch. I am in such a fighty mood tonight. I really am. And you know what? I'm loving the 42 people, too.
I feel
It goes to show you what being a nice guy is all it gets me. It gives me fucking half the numbers, right? Becky is not an ESFP. Okay? Jeremiah Fix, you're always saying a bunch of crazy nonsense. Stop projecting onto you. Becky, I'm not projecting onto you. Are you fucking kidding me? Is that, you got nothing at all? So you're just using that? You know I'm not projecting onto you. That's ridiculous. Everybody knows I'm not projecting onto you. Sorry. Why would I project onto you? Okay? No, it makes no sense. You're projecting onto me, obviously. Right? I do miss you. I do like you. I do think those things. But you're not very important to me, okay? No, make no mistake about it. You can't possibly be. I haven't talked to you in months. You understand how that works. You're an ENTP too. One game that I fucking hate, it's like, I call this the loser game. The loser game is being somebody who's being unreasonable and telling the person who's being reasonable but loud to calm down. Losers love to do that. My reasonableness is contained within my words. Becky knows better than to think that my tone is conveying anything of relevance at all. And yet she's acting as if she thinks it is. That's being deceitful and disingenuous, Becky. You know better. I'm calling you on your bullshit. You can shove it up your ass.
Hey, does anyone know if it's Scorpio season yet? I actually really don't know. Thank you, Charlie.
You know, I normally have these live streams to, unburden myself of excess emotions. But it's just riling me up even more than that before.
Whatever. It's making me feel like my period's coming soon.
Oh, I think I'm getting my period too.
Maybe.
I think that must be why I'm like this. Think I'm PMSing?
Yeah.
I might be PMSing. It's possible.
There is a very high possibility of that. You're wearing like a magenta.
Yeah. I'm channeling my inner goddess, sure.
Oh.
Mercury's almost in retrograde. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That means we're going to go back and relive some past shit, right? That's when, I that was the first time I ever encountered astrology that blew my fucking mind. At the end of the last Mercury in retrograde, Kimberly showed me this thing. that described our previous stretch of time perfectly. Going back, trying to revisit and fix past things, failing to do so. It says like, and this is going to be a big change coming up real soon. And sure enough, we broke up shortly thereafter. We never did work through those old things. We never finished working through them.
Wow. It really does get that crazy close. Like, honestly, everything that we've been doing with like the spiritual stuff has been lining up. But when I had your birth time as 10:30 p.m., it was in the negatives for compatibility, and I was like, that just doesn't feel right. So I was like, whatever, like, you know, I'm like, whatever. That's like saying it's bad, who cares? Like, everything else is so great. But then when you gave me the other...
Well, we asked my dad what time I was born. I've been telling people like 10 or 11 at night. That's what I thought. He said 2 in the morning. So it's actually way before then.
Yeah. So that means like your ascendant and probably the degree of your moon is different. And it turned out to be like great. Like in the like I think it's green or red. But yeah, it was like way past 10. It was like 37 or something. 37.8, something like that.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you caught me in a fighting mood, Becky. Maybe I was unreasonably angry, directing anger at you. That's not really directed at you at this moment. It's certainly possible. And if that's the case, well, then I'm sorry. Maybe you were asking that question all legit, and everything like that. Fine. I'm sorry I called you a cheating slut. You know, I don't even care that you cheated. It doesn't even matter. It's that you never fucking sat down and talked to me about it. That's the problem. That's what hurt my feelings. It's like you thought you were going to pull some shit over on me without actually even discussing anything with me. I do apologize. Every time I'm wrong, in the wrong, I apologize, Breezy Free, and you should too. Mm-hmm. Every time you are in the wrong, you should apologize. I was in the wrong for calling her names right now. It was inappropriate. I shouldn't have done it. It was mean too. And I don't actually think that about her. Look, regardless of what she was or is or trying to be, if she's trying to make peace right now, then I'm willing to try to make peace too. I like Becky. I always liked Becky. I mean, I always felt as though she was as kindred a spirit in the sense of being very, very much like me as anybody I've ever met. I still feel that way. And, you know, I was sad when she and I had a falling out. Look, I am not excommunicated Spacey. I have just severed my business partnership because I can't allow my business dealings to fund the enemy. And he is aiding and abetting the enemy. So, manity meow. ESFP lives do matter. They matter like shatter in a bong rip bowl. They matter like tatters. I didn't excommunicate anybody. I don't excommunicate. Becky's more sophisticated than you're giving her credit for, all right? She's also younger than I sometimes remember. Cut her some slack. I always said that from the get-go, too. I'm not looking to condemn Becky. I always said that. Jeremiah Fix, your reductive bullshit is reductive bullshit, okay? You know, I followed through on what I said I was going to do. Like I've said multiple times, you can't accuse me of not doing what I promised. I did exactly what I promised. Abraham, I'm sorry. Abraham, I want to thank you for supporting me in this Becky matter as everybody in the community's ire turned towards me irrationally and unfairly. You were in my corner. I appreciate that. I remember that. I appreciate loyalty. Jeremiah Fix, God damn it. You're actually successfully trolling me tonight. Normally, I just ignore you as a matter of course. Man, Charlie, I can't even afford Denny's right now. I'm so fucking broke. Not that I get any sort of sense of like, hey, thanks, Eric. I know you're really scrimping now to make things possible for me and woman pants. Anyway, I'm done with all that. Jeremiah Fix is the maitre d' at wrong hole. Thank you, Angantier. Thank you for understanding the truth about things. I'm not upset. I'm in a ranting mood. Hey, Abe, I swear the fork was just about to put some butter on my popcorn. Hey, look, go easy on Becky, all right? I do want to make peace with her. I do like Becky. I don't think I had teary-eye right now. Okay. What is your girlfriend's type, Eric? Well, my current conclusion is INFJ. I started off saying ENFJ. Now I'm saying INFJ. Some people say ENFP, but it's like Spacey said at McDonald's. She's an ENFP. She's not like any ENFP I ever met.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. You know, she's just not an ENFP. I don't know what else to tell you. I recognize any Doms. Maybe she does miss me. I miss her too. She is special. Okay? Becky is special. I always liked Becky. I've always said I don't want to condemn her. Okay? I will repeat these things. Just because I critique somebody doesn't mean I condemn them. And when people can't take critique, that's when I start to condemn them. You see similarity between Matthew, Alistair, and Rachel? That's interesting. I do think Matthew Alistair is a ENFP, but I don't really see LeCharlie. Do you live in Los Angeles? Sean Ryan Barron, will you stop being dismissive in that fashion? Be nice. I just want her to conform to my ideal image. Well, see, everybody's always saying that, like, my positions on things are motivated by my feelings like that. Except they totally aren't.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's like they just aren't.
No.
You
You are constantly studying me, I feel.
I am.
So that you don't draw like a conclusion on something that you don't actually think is correct.
Well, where do you live, Charlie? Do you live in California? Do you live near Los Angeles? Do you live in Maine? Do you live in India? Where do you live? Do you live in France? Is that why you're called Le Charlie? Because you live in France. Matthew Alistair is a premium platinum gold onyx member chatter. Oh, well, where do you live then? Give me a general state. You know, you have to be more specific than that. Do you live in Vegas? If you live in Vegas, maybe we can go up there and meet you. You know, we get a little bit of money together. We live in America. You're not going to be any more specific than that. Huh? Okay, well then, you don't really want to go to Denny's with me. Okay? If you really wanted to go to Denny's with me, you'd facilitate it by indicating to me how far away from Denny's, how far away from me you are. How about you don't use profanity when you're upset? Probably good advice. But, you know, sometimes people deserve to be cursed at. Just how it is. You know? Do I eat ass? No. I don't eat ass. If I were going to eat anyone's ass, it would be Rachel's. I periodically might take a bite out of a butt cheek, but no.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, Rachel's so just like clean and nice and like even her butthole doesn't even gross me out, but I still don't eat it. No.
Mm-hmm.
I you know, I don't even want to put my penis in her butthole. I don't believe in anal because for the obvious reason, anal sex gets poop on your penis and it's disgusting and it's not hygienic and it's not tight. It's not a good thing to do. That's the wrong hole, for God's sake. Everybody knows that. That's the wrong hole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
What about pirates, though?
Pirates can fuck each other in the butts all they want. But, Rachel, I'm not a pirate, and I don't want to fuck your booty. Okay?
I'm good with that.
No, not just okay. There are 2 holes. There's 3 holes. There's top hole, main hole, and back hole. 2 of the 3 holes are perfect. They're great. All right. The 3rd hole is out only. Is going out only. Okay. No Abraham Lincoln.
I love primitive.
The problem with Eric's typing is very little knowledge in psychology. He fails to consider environment, childhood, parent type dynamics, and cognitive function presentation. Well, thanks, Burl G. Thanks. That's because what I'm doing is a attentional process analysis. So just like if I were measuring the speed of a pitch, you wouldn't critique my failure to measure the weight of the ball. So too is your analogy fucked up. Which type is most into anal? ISTPs. They love it. Actually, one of his TI moves. That's right, Wiz Sauce. Thank you for pointing it out. I don't want to slap, but I wish he was less drunk. Are you... But her booty wants it, Eric. Stop being so selfish. I don't think her booty wants it.
Who said that?
Matthew. Does your booty want my dick?
I
don't think so.
But if
Okay,
my
Burl
booty was
G.
to want a dick, it would be yours.
Burl G, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with you because you're mishmashing things together without any sense of what you're doing. So if you want to be serious, then understand that when we, for example, assess something, we use a tool to assess a specific thing, and it's never okay to critique that assessment tool for failing to assess something it's not designed to assess. Would you like me to read a debate card on this point? I have some cut. When you make that kind of basic level mistake, everything, you know, it's like, okay, go back to the drawing board, come back, try again. That's your opening salvo. Not worth my attention. You need to do a better job. Oh, I parlez-vous français just fine, friend. Okay, but see, you haven't established that, Burl G. You see, there's an order of operations here. If you want to critique my process analysis because the process analysis is failing to actually analyze the process, for example, then you need to establish that. But that's not the critique you made. And now trying to backpedal and make that critique reveals the fact that you haven't established those facts. You're assuming facts, not in evidence, as they say in the court of law. Okay? So your shitty thinking is no longer a matter of my attention. Feels good. Feels good. It feels good to school the fuck out of Burl G. You have failed again. Correct. Thank you, Burl G. Yeah, you want to kick someone out? All right, Countess. We'll see who you kick out. Let's just see. This will be fun. Give me a moderator temporarily, Countess. Let's see how much damage you do. Cognitive presentations. So what you're talking about are displays, right? How people present. Is that what you're talking about? Do you understand that cognitive presentations and a process analysis are different things? You're critiquing a process analysis for failing to be a display analysis. That's why you are a bad thinker. Sorry. Who got kicked out? Let's see. what did Candace do with their newfound power? Hi, Jojo. Chavadu. Good evening to all, she says, with a wave of her hand. Jojo Chavadu, you're an INFJ. Do you think Rachel's an INFJ or an ENFJ? Things got interesting again. Many boots and asses. Look. Okay. All right, Countess. Why are you putting LaCharlie in timeout? What did LaCharlie do? You can explain how the process analysis reached its point. Sure, I can. I can point to a skills test. I can talk about how information is either put, received, or deliberated upon, or systems are interfaced with, and what kind of systems, what field they exist in. And I can specifically tell you why it is the process analysis indicates this versus that, and specifically how it indicates those things, what the process links to. The thing is, you might say, well, those definitions are your definitions and they're arbitrary. But the point is, what I've done is I've created a system that's all consistent within itself, is consistent with empirical points outside of it, and that achieves as much empirical solidity as such a system can, while simultaneously being meaningful, which is to say simulatable. So you've not addressed any of that shit, and you never will, and so, suck it. Suck it, but you won't be able to fit it all in your mouth, okay? That takes special talent. You both fail to consider the development of the function. What is influenced? How this changes over time. You fail to consider that it nevertheless is a process of attention that gets what it is from its exclusivity and proportionality and inverse proportionality to other functions. You're not accounting for slot mechanics. So you're just blowing smoke. You don't think. That's the problem. It doesn't matter how the function develops, because that's my point. When looking at display stuff, you get confused. Oh, no, this is a different function because it's in a different stage of development. That's why you need to have a process analysis that manages to de-emphasize that shit. Think. Use your brain. Think. If you don't think, you won't get it right. No, I don't believe in much of those loops things. I mean, it's true. How attractive is this Rachel? Very attractive. And all of her goodies, it's just like pow, 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 The three goody areas. You're talking about your boobs, your vag, and your ass, right? Just like, wow, look at that. I get to hump that? This is fantastic. Okay, well, the point is, I've established a strong case with multiple links on multiple different vectors. But remember, because it's a complete case, it accounts for everything. It can be accounted for in a simulatable system. What you're doing, whatever your name is, I don't even remember your name, is just blowing smoke and metaphor. How hard is it to type someone with depression? Could they appear like another type? Possibly. I don't think somebody being typed by me in an actual typing session, I mean, it's not definitive. You're right. There's no clear-cut empirical test to falsify the thing. That's true, Burl G. That's true no matter what. So what we do is we compare alternatives. My alternative is better than yours. It's more definitive, and I have a long history of successfully typing people, where you have a long history of coming in here and annoying me with your stupidity. Socrates, you don't have a system yet. You came in with some nonsense, and then you went back to the drawing board. Believe me, you don't have a system yet. But if you want to find that out by arguing with me, fine. Yeah, Rachel's a perceiver. She's an INFJ, I think.
INFP and MBTI?
No, INFP and socionics. INFJ and MBTI.
Okay. I love that
Look,
kitty sleep.
Practicing doing something wrong, Burl G, just makes you do it wrong more wrongly. That's the problem you've had. You've been typing with the wrong basic ideas for years. Of course, you're fundamentally deeply entrenched in your wrongness. It's going to be difficult to shake you loose. So I don't know if I really want to waste my time. He doesn't know anything. That's clear. He thinks experience matters rather more than being correct, for example. You know, it's like he doesn't understand the way the shit works. The blood moon has risen. The trolls came out to play. Look, that's why I got the fucking tower today. That's why Burl G's getting my foot up his ass. That's why Spacey's fucking harvesting the fucking horrible crop he planted. That's why. Yeah, I do think she's an INFJ. I keep subbing my toe on too many things when I think she's an ENFJ. It doesn't seem to work. There's so many things that's contraindicative of it. It takes a while to get to know somebody really well, you know? No, C.S. Joseph is less intelligent than Burl G. Burl G may be a C.S. Joseph lackey, but he's not C.S. Joseph. He actually looks. Burl G is somebody with a chip on his shoulder who believes he's a better intellect than I am. But deep down, he knows he can begin to hold a torch. And so as a consequence, he comes in here puffing his chest and insisting he's got a system that's better than mine and mine is false and whatever, but never actually lays out any sort of case that's meaningful, right? I get this type. This is Hater 101. I'm not word salad. I'm talking about something that can be simulated. I'm talking about something that's based on the architecture of the internet, for example. Agents operating in a fucking ecosystem, you retard. You got fields, objects, agents, vectors. Information moves away from agents or towards agents. Simple fucking shit, retard. Calling it word salad is just confessing your retardation. God, I hate it when stupid people act like they're smart. Burl G, you are a stupid, stupid person, and I have utter contempt and disrespect for you. Accusing me of word salad. Accusing me of word salad? There's nobody on the internet who means words more precisely than I do. Nobody.
Yeah, it's true. Definitely.
Talk about projecting. What a fucking asswipe. Burl G, here's my anus. Stick your tongue up it, bitch.
We smell so good.
I mean, we're gonna finally hear it tonight, huh? Oh, my precious man. Yeah, I do. I'd say 90% on it. I'm not quite 100% because there are some things about you that are still a little confusing. I don't really have any sort of skills test confirmation that I can get for INFJ because they're not polar and anything that I can test for directly.
Interesting.
But it would seem like you're INFJ. You're mostly more INFJ than anything else. Okay.
Really?
With sauce likes to be cuddled like a little baby. Oh, flow state. Burl's just being a little bitch. You know how that goes. And I don't know, I'm in some kind of mood tonight. I'm channeling my inner ESTP. I'm kicking ass, I'm taking names. Burl G's bullshit ain't flying up in here. Meow, pew, pew, pew. Like that, with my fist. Like this, look at this gun. Boom, boom, boom. See these guns? Becky's here. I'm happy to see her. I did miss her. She was right. She's like, you missed me, Eric. You're right, Becky. I missed you. I'm happy you're back. Thank you for coming back. That's not a fair critique. As I've explained, you didn't respond to my warrant. You're critiquing an assessment for something it doesn't assess. You've not responded to that. Right? You can't critique a math test for failing to test for English. It's not an English test. You didn't respond. You just said, well, your process is flawed. But you didn't explain why or how at all. You just made a random claim. So you see why you're a bad thinker and I'm not? You see why you lose all the arguments and I win them all? Because I'm smarter than you, I'm more correct than you, and you're toast. Period. And I know it hurts, but the feeling of my leg up your ass is necessary for your self-growth. So just, ruminate with the pain. Just live with it. Just cherish it. Nuzzle it. Nuzzle my foot up your ass, okay? I'll push it a little farther so it touches your tongue. Now, lick it. Lick my poo-covered toe. Lick it. So you learn something. Poo toe licker. Pearl G is a poo toe licker. It's pretty obvious. He licks poo off of toes. I want you to go on to YouTube right now, Pearl G. I want you to change your name to Toe Poo Licker. It's the only thing that will make me satisfied right now. That and maybe some ice cream later.
Cool.
We've got some ice cream in the freezer. Oh, everyone's getting me all riled up. Everyone's getting me all riled up tonight. Orissa says, I don't know. This Pearl G guy seems pretty alpha. Yeah, he's pretty tough. I know Eric gets angry like such a toddler. Well, maybe toddlers have it right then. Toddlers know how to be angry, and therefore being angry like one is a good thing. I would rather be angry like somebody who knows how to be angry well than somebody who knows how to be angry poorly, like adults who don't know when and how to get angry, who don't know how to respond properly to anger. If I'm angry at you, it's probably because you're wrong about something. Almost for sure.
Bay.
But do you see how, Pearl G, like how I actually did report correctly on what happened in the argumentation? You made your claim. I said, that's a bullshit claim. Then you made a different claim. I said, that's another bullshit claim for this reason. Then you said your process analysis is bad, which is a separate claim that was never substantiated. I pointed out you didn't answer my warrant, and then you proceeded to ignore it again. That's the actual articulation of what happened in the exchange of ideas between us. So that's why you suck ass and I'm badass. You see? You have no fucking idea what happened argumentationally between us. You're a fucking scrub. Well, that's enough venting my ire on the world for the day, I suppose. Let's see.
The thought in my head is I like your butt.
Thanks, baby cake. I love you.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that you still love me even when I'm in a fighting mood and kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah.
All right?
It's a fresher breath air.
Burrow judged me? Oh, no. Let's see. How's the rest of my evening going to go? Have I gotten out my ire? I got a 3-card pull. Rest of my evening. Piao. What's this? Balance, moderation. Chill the fuck out, Eric. It's saying to me. Chill the fuck out. Okay, next. Piao. Wheel of Fortune. What's going to happen? Nobody knows. Wheel of Fortune. It could be that Eric's getting laid tonight. Could be, but could be not. We don't know. Wheel of Fortune. You have to see.
Hey, that's one for you too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Cool. Third one. The Fool. Well, I don't see any more anger in my cards. That's good. I do appreciate that. I got the Fool, I got the Wheel of Fortune, and I got the Balance of Moderation. So, I guess I need to chill out. I'm going to chill out.
Start over.
I hope so, Jeremiah Fix. South Street, dude. Can I pull your cards, Jimbo, the 12th? Sure. That means, if you want to get typed, I'm typing by myself now. It's back to $100. Just shoot me an email, whatever. Eric, there's no logic in your reasoning, says Andre Z, without any warrant or justification. Thanks, Andre, for demonstrating stupidity. Okay, Jimbo the 12th, card number 1. Stalemate, defeat. Ooh. Sorry to hear about that, Jimbo. Currently experiencing a state of defeat or stalemate. Somebody's stubbornness is bothering you. You feel fixed, stuck. What the hell's going on around here, you say? Let's see. Piao. Arrival. But you got ambition. It's true you were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar, but you always knew that you'd find a much better place. That's what that card is saying to you, okay? Mm-hmm. And then lastly, well, looks like you got a little bit more struggle in front of you before you arrive at the success that is your due with the 3 of Rods. You've got to overcome this stalemate. You've got to overcome the struggle. You've got to defend yourself. You've got to put up with some flack. You got to put some effort in. But in the end, you will arrive home at last at the 3 of Rods. Getting the rug pulled out my ass. There's no logic in my reasoning about the topic of why you shouldn't do anal. Fine, Andre Z, I concede that. You win that point.
It hurts.
That wasn't my logic, though, so he's probably right. Rachel, your logic is good. Here we go.
That poo is logical, let me tell ya.
It's practical anyway.
It is. It's the truth, too.
Oh, sophistry, dude. You really are a sophist. Sophist. Sophisticated sophist is what you are. I hope things work out for Space too. Huh? Do anything. Luis Dizon, you want me to do a poll? All right, Luis Dizon here. Yeah. Card number 1. Sadness, regret, sorrow. Card number 2. Payment, gain. Perks. Card number 3. Who am I pulling this for again? Osvaldo Muniz? Or Luis Dizon? I think it's Luis Dizon, yeah. Piao, card number 3. Entrepreneur Practical. So look, you need to get your pentacles in order. Put aside your sadness, your woe, your regret, your mourning, your grief, your sorrow. You're standing there in a big black coat. You're spilling over cups of wines. Time to put that behind you and become the Knight of Pentacles. Practical, reliable, entrepreneurial, so that you can get paid in dollar bills.
OMG, babe. I always call myself an ambivert.
There's no such thing. But so there are introverts who seem more extroverted, and there are extroverts who seem more introverted.
I did feel that.
Ruse Moose, let's pull a card for Ruse Moose. Let's pull 3 for Ruse Moose. How's Scandinavia's #1 drummer? How's his day looking? What's his frame for the cards right now? Let's find out. Piao. Ooh, heartbreak. Sorry, Ruse Moose. It looks like Julie's cheating on you. Number 2. Infinite, Osvaldo Munoz. Infinite. Meanwhile, you think everything's good, everything's happy, everything's harmonious. But Rusmus, let's see what the third card shows. Ciao. Ooh, wealth. Turns out that on the other side of heartache lies good fortune in the dollar bill department. So just tell Julie, look, you go be with Stan and Mary. You go be in your threesome. I ain't down with that. All right. And then that's when you get paid. Okay. Can Kirsten Summer Pagoo wants a 3-pull. Okay, can Kirsten Summer Pagoo. 3-pull it is. Candace, you do sound probably a little bit more wild than you actually are, I would guess. But maybe you actually are that wild. Number 1 for Can Kirsten Summer Pagoo. You got this guy too. You got to be entrepreneurial, practical, reliable. Get that SE in action. Get that TE. Bust it out. Bust out your TE and piss all over the wall with it. Number 2 card. Piao. Ooh. If you don't, you're going to be the fool, dog. You're going to be the fool playing the innocent venture on the path of fate. Okay? All right. Number 3s. And then you have to be a miser. So you better be an entrepreneur instead. Okay, what is lying for Can Kirsten Summer Pagoo? I'm sorry that tarot is boring, Hambone. Let's change the topic for a moment from tarot to Hambone's tarot. Oh, yes, Hambone's tarot. I bet Hambone won't find Hambone's tarot boring. Yeah, tarot destroyed the channel, honestly. Oh, fuck off, Burl. Burl, hey, buddy, go fuck yourself. Seriously. Number 1, Hambone. You got this one. See? Arrival, success. Number 2. This one. You're the star. Number 3. Piao. Partnership. Okay? You have a vision of a path of being a star. What's holding you back? A lack of belief in the tarot. Okay, so Softster dude, I'll pull on one thing for you. Piao. Conflict, strife, struggle. This is you, dog, in a nutshell. You full of conflict, you full of strife, you full of struggle, you full of something. You call it striz off, and the struggle is off, okay? You got to rectify. Once you rectify, then what's going to happen for you? Rectify. You're going to get this. Pia. Soulmate. But not until you resolve the conflicting strife within your heart. Other metaphysical services, I could do whatever. I can talk to you about, I can do life coaching. I can do tarot reads. I could do personality typing. I'm a all-purpose metaphysician. Third one. Hey, I mean, Hambone's quite quick about it. Well, I got some bad news for you, Softster dude. Once you finally get the conflict and strife out of your heart, you'll find your soulmate, only to discover that your first apparent soulmate is the wrong one because, betrayal. So, after that, I'm sure you'll find the right one. I'm quite confident. No, I don't do long distance Reiki. That's one thing I don't do. I don't do aromatherapy either. I don't do crystals. I do tarot cards. I do personality typing. I do life coaching. I do, therapy, couples therapy, compatibility analysis. Yeah, sure. Andre Z. Andre Z's Uber driver. You, lady, have gotten the stalemate card. You've got a challenge in your life that's struggling with it. You've got defeat on your mind. You've got obstinacy. Somebody's being really stubborn. Number 2 card. You need to focus on inventory, accumulating, keeping track of your existing resources, being a good manager of funds and things like that. That's your second card. This guy. The 7 of Pentacles. Okay? And then your third card is this one. The Nine of Pentacles. So once you get past this stalemate and you attend to your existing resources and get everything in order and organized and inventoried, then you can go into a period of being independent, comfortable, and flourishing like this lady with the bird and the yellow suit and the 9 Pentacles. There you go, Uber driver. There you go. Thanks, Risey, if that's how you say your name. That's a very positive and sophisticated analysis. I appreciate you operating on the team and with such insight and wisdom. I would like to think I'm a good person. I'd like to think I'm still friends with Spacey and everything, and that I've not done anything wrong, that I've not been a hypocrite, and that I've done my best to be as fair and as good and as decent as I could. You know? I should use set of wands or coins to read the I Ching. That's true. How do you respond to arguments critiquing the validity of typology? I respond in a certain way. I want to hear what you think. Okay, well, those are two different things. I have had quite a day. Let me tell you, I've had quite a day. I've had quite a conflict-heavy day. I've got a fight with Rachel. We had a conflict with the Spacey situation.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Something went wrong. Please try again. That's been the theme of my day, right? So, yeah, in part, I'm pulling these cards to relax a bit, you know? How do I respond to arguments critiquing the validity of typology? Well, the first thing I say is if we can both acknowledge that there are different ways of paying attention, then we can begin to acknowledge that there's a need to taxonomy those. For example, I start with, we both agree that knowing the answer to something is different than having to figure out the answer to something. For example, 6 plus 6 is different than 742,312 divided by 3.24. Matthew Alistair, here's a card pull for you, not for your nuts, okay? 1 for you, you got Sublime Healer. 2 for you, you got the Earth Mama. 3 for you, you got the Independent Flourisher. Basically, what this is saying is you need to heal others by breastfeeding them with your mama-y goodness. And once you do that, you'll have 9 pentacles, a yellow dress, and a bird. In a nutshell, I suppose Countess has successfully articulated it. I felt as though to support Spacey at this point was to support somebody who's actively working to undermine me, and I'm not having that. All right, 1 for Matthew's testicles. Okay. I don't need all these card junkie chatters jumping down my throat. Okay. For Matthew's testicles. Matthew's testicles. Ooh, look what card Matthew's testicles got.
Ooh, how nurturing.
You've got live sperms. They are eager to puncture the defenses of a nearby ovum. Eric, how is the MBTI legitimate in its proposed ability of measurement? It's not. The MBTI test is not legitimate. Personally, I don't defend myself with typology and don't discuss it with anybody unless they're receptive and curious. I think I can win the arguments. Well, what's the alternative to understanding personality? Big 5? It's purportedly descriptive, but it's based on self-reporting, which is questionably reliable. And the only reason I will take it, and the only reason it's in any sense more empirical is that it's a demographic comparative, right, rather than a process comparison. So if you're looking at just data points on a test, then you're going to get some sort of meaningful correlates from that, regardless of what the test is. Okay, so your sperms are fine, Matthew. I've done a metaphysical diagnosis on the healthiness of your sperms. They're just fine. Countess is not a pussy, and Gintier, don't be annoying. Countess is tough, actually. There's some counter analysis and room for more accurate conclusions. I am welcome to have any piece of useful information added to the equation here. I am welcome to take away any piece of information that doesn't work right. If you're trying to critique the fundamental mechanics of the system, you better have a strong case because mine's pretty much fucking bulletproof. I've developed it over the course of years. You a pussy cat. You a kitty cat. You a kitty puss. You're a catty puss. You're a pussy puss. You're a kitty pussy catty pussy cat kit cat pussy puss. Nothing's wrong with cats. Nothing. Meow, indeed. Okay, so we've done a lot of live stream today. I'm going to push this one all the way to the 2-hour mark. We've got about 9 minutes left. It's going to be the best 9 minutes of your life. If you thought the first hour and 50 minutes of this video were compelling, just wait. Just you wait and see the last 9 minutes and 4 seconds. They're going to be absolutely astonishingly mind-blowing. That's how good they're going to be. The thing is, this is me without any fucking speed right now. I am totally not on any speed. Why am I not on any speed? I haven't had speed for weeks and weeks. And I'm starting to go a little bit maybe bonkers. You know, I'm trying to bounce off the walls a little bit. I'm getting this sort of like sass in me. And I don't know. It's quite possible, Rachel, that I may need to fuck it out.
Oh.
Yeah, I do need some speed, but in the interim, Joey, Chabadoo, did I pull cards for you yet? I forgot. Here you go, Joey, Joe, Shabadoo. Ooh, Hanged Man. You're stuck, you're wondering, what should I do? I've got a path with 1 or 2 other choices that I could choose. What should I do? Joey Joe Shabadoo. Number 2. You get this one. This entrepreneur guy keeps coming up. The old Knight of Pentacles. Burgie, I don't have time for you. Card number 3, eat my poo. Ooh. Well, Joey Joe, it's not the most positive 3-pack I've ever pulled. You feel like you're paused, you feel like you're stuck in a decision to make. There's conflict, there's strife around you. And it's a difficult time to be what you need to be, which is the practical, the entrepreneurial, the Knight of Pentacles. But I'm confident that by seeking the guidance of the slabs, you too shall find the way. Wisdom of the Tarot. Wisdom of that tarot. Your weight game is on point, but fucking it outworks too. Well, Elizabeth B. Milburn, let me tarot you. You needn't wait any longer for the orgasm of terror that is about to befall you. It's like saying, man up and stop being a bitch. Okay, so here we go. Elizabeth B. Milburn. Meow. Benefit, reward, 6 of Pentacles. Elizabeth B. Milburn. Meow. Transition, voyage. Elizabeth B. Milburn. Meow. Action, speed. Okay, so you're transitioning right now to a time when you need to take action and be speedy and go for results and progress so that you can reap the benefit or reward. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Why the ad homs in the chat? Burl, for Christ's sakes, dude. If you don't want to be called stupid, don't say stupid shit. It's not an ad hom, it's a proper description of your fucking meowing. If you got that much meow in your meow, then don't meow the meow, right? That's pretty straightforward. That's good logic. Nobody can dispute that. Yeah, but you haven't articulated any good reasons why. That's your fucking problem, Burl G. And you keep acting as though you have. Again, come have a conversation with me on video conference. Convince me that I'm wrong. Give me some good arguments. Point out some contradictions in what I'm saying. Point out some genuine failures. Don't try to nib me. Well, you didn't also do this. That's necessary but insufficient burden. It's bullshit. Learn a few things about how to make a case for something. Okay, so have I thought about growing a mullet? No, but if I had a phone, I would call it. All right, well, fair enough, Burrow G. That's quite gentlemanly of you. All right. Anyway, rock and roll. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. I gotta go. It's been a fun evening of yelling at people, and it's been a while since I really, it's like going jogging. It really gets your heart moving, gets your blood flowing. I should go jogging now. That would be interesting. That'd get some energy out of me.
No.
Info KU channel. Hi. I don't know. Hi. I love you too, Andre Z. Now I want to talk to Info KU channel, who curiously and mysteriously asks, "Hi."
Do it. Can I get the ice cream?
Oh yeah, get the ice cream. You go in there, you get yourself one of those coffee ice creams. Probably the best. If you want something that's not coffee, you should probably ask my dad.
Coffee ice cream sounds good.
The coffees are mine.
Yay!
See you later, everybody.
Bye.
Hi, Info KU channel.
Yeah, you can talk. So.
Whipped cream.
Where are my shoes?
Thank you. Put that person on timeout. Yeah.
Yeah, coffee ice cream is delicious.
Yeah, it's I didn't actually mean to do that to him, but whatever. Doesn't matter, it's fine. Rebecca Talibi, you have a nice night as well. Thank you for being a representative of and advocate for the camp of the SFPs of the world. I appreciate that. And let me just also say that Kitty Meow Meow also says goodbye in her cutest fashion. Oh yes. Such a good kitty meow meow face. Okay. Good night, everybody.